What's good, my spankin' swankins? Welcome back to episode 4 of this Oblivion playthrough. Now, I just popped in here to Shaden Hall to sell some of my stuff, and this shopkeeper was telling me about a few caves we could go hit. And yeah, I kind of figure a lot of the videos are going to be dedicated to quests in this series, so I figure why not just have one where we run around hitting all the caves that everybody tells us about, or ones that pop up while we're looking for other caves, I don't know. But yeah, even the developers of this game said that it was ultimately at its core just a cave game where you run around and kill stuff, and then you grab the stuff out of there, and then you sell that stuff, and then you get better stuff to get better stuff to get better stuff. You know, Todd Howard had a whole segment where he explained in the making of video. But anyway, that aside, I think it does a really good job of doing both, because most of the time I forget about that aspect entirely. I just really like I'm able to walk around and really feel like I'm part of the atmosphere. Very easy to take it all in. But then on the flip side, these caves are quite spooky. I definitely do prefer the original Oblivion, but the one thing I'll give the remaster is the collection of alchemy ingredients. Oh my god. I've only played the remaster for like a couple days, but that part definitely does feel a little clunky coming back. While I'm at it, the first con would be the way the sword goes to the left every time you swing it. Like, that's just super annoying to me, especially after like 20 minutes of playing. I'm like, really? Either more basic or more variety of weird shit you're doing. You can't just do that over and over. It feels weird. Anywho, I've gone on a tangent. Next con is definitely the running. I'm like almost sideways. I'm playing a female dark elf while I look like a male goblin. They did nail a lot of the visuals though, like especially Oblivion itself, it looks really good. I will never choose it over the original because it does feel a little more like ESO than that classic RPG. The papery menus are a must for me, and I feel like they totally missed the mark on all that stuff, which is fine. They still got my $50, so who's the real loser? Back to being able to count all the polygons on the things I'm killing and missing 30 times before I actually collect the alchemy ingredient I'm looking for. But it's all good. At the end of the day, I really don't have an issue with that, because this game is goated. Okay, that first cave was kind of buns, so this better be good. I'm only seeing a rat, so if, oh, okay, a bandit. Alrighty then, this is, okay, buddy. He's got me stuck in place, and there's not really much I have left that I can do. Gotcha, bitch. Oh my god. That took way longer than it should have. I don't really use a bow, but I figured I should level it a little bit. Although I probably should have waited before I did that. This is a little scary, alright. I have been leveling my hand-to-hand a bit more so that we can level our strength without leveling our character, which is one of the faster ways to increase our carry weight without enchanting. Also, before I forget, I should explain, and this is really only important if you've been following from the beginning, but in episode 2, I took on vampirism, just so I could get a certain spell making effect. And I said I was going to cure it in the next episode, but I actually did that off camera, or I lost the footage for it. I can't find it. But if you want to know how I did it, just go to the DLC murder house. Ooh, a tripwire. I have an idea. Gotta jump over that. And there will be like blood salts in there. I'm pretty sure there's a book in the place that explains how to do it. But if you don't have the DLC, you'll probably have to actually go through the quest they had for it originally, which is very unfortunate for you. I do apologize. Don't get struck with vampirism. Oh, looks like I got one. Don't you hate it when your traps that are supposed to work on me work on you instead? You guys should really get good. Okay, so I don't think I've actually mentioned this yet, but I really think I messed up when I made this character because it was right before I really locked in on learning all the stats and stuff. So I literally picked every skill that I would want to use as a major skill. Like, I thought I was making the coolest character ever because I was picking all my favorite stats and the ones that I knew that I was gonna level. But that's the problem because, you know, first we got the conjuration issue, which I need to get that to max level just to be able to enchant. And I'm always using swords, I'm always using heavy armor, and I'm always healing, and I'm always repairing. Those are all major skills that I have. Even destruction and marksman. Like, I didn't leave myself any ranged without leveling my character up. But it's okay, we'll deal with it. We'll overcome this challenge. Our character is either going to be like level 37 and everything's going to end up kicking our asses, or we're just going to have to never sleep. Not that I really sleep anyway, so I think we'll be fine. Trap from earlier saves the day. Oh my god. I think that guy legit took me 10 minutes to kill. Gotta hit him with the smolder. I didn't make it to the Arcane University for nothing. And with that, it's time for the second half of the cave game, which is the selling game. Smolder does make it a lot easier because I barely have to haggle. Check out episode 2 if you don't know what I'm talking about. As a general rule, the things you should keep are definitely your equipment for actually wearing or switch into. Any potion you might actually use. Never sell health or cure disease. You'll be scrambling for it in the worst possible moment. Restore magica potions also apply there if you're a mage. Sometimes I'll even keep strength potions. Never get rid of lockpicks. Make sure you've got at least one of each alchemy tool. If you're a combat class, you should definitely have repair hammers always. Last but not least, grand soul gems are probably the biggest thing we're looking for in this series. Now for the fun part, the stuff you get to sell. Pelts are always a sell if you even pick those up in the first place. Unnamed equipment you won't use. Enchanted unnamed equipment you won't use, which to be honest is going to be where most of your gold comes from. Any jewelry unless you need it for enchanting. Alcohol can usually go unless you want to collect it. Scrolls are a very good source of gold, and wealthy stones. You can get the same effect from a sorcery potion you make yourself. And finally, I am a little bit obsessed with collecting anything and everything in this game, so I'm not going to be selling any books, ingredients. I'm going to do my best to go for every quest item, and yeah, if I think it looks neat, I'm gonna keep it. Another day, another level. Not great stats, but could be worse, so I'm happy with it. I think I'm gonna head out and join this suspicious group of people that keeps meeting up behind my house every night. Might lead to something interesting, who knows. Well, that was a pretty easy introduction quest. That one chick was pissed though. I'm also loading the hell up on lockpicks while I have the chance. I don't know if I'm gonna do much with them for a bit. But anyways, this is the cave episode, so I'm gonna hit Memorial Cave again. You're gonna see me do that a lot. This place is kind of awesome because it's really short and it's full of vampires that have scaled loot. So once you hit level 20, they're all gonna have like Daedric armor and shit. And most of the time that stuff sells for more gold than any merchant will have to give you for it. So it almost feels a little too overpowered. If you want a classic immersive experience, don't overuse this method because it regenerates like once a week. And to finish this off, I think I'll put some of the stuff I talked about in the last episode to practice, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. I've been taking a lot of 2s and 3s on my level ups, and I don't think I like that very much. I'm starting out with Conjuration, because I'm going to need to get that up to 100 for enchanting anyway, but again, it is a major skill, and that's kind of a major pain in my ass, because I wasn't really feeling like taking 7 levels just for doing that. And plus 5 bonus on intelligence is really great, but I'm not loving taking 0s anywhere else either, or 1s. So if I really want to be efficient with this, I'm going to need to level my hand-to-hand at the same time. So we're right here back at Periite's Shrine. I'm keeping track of where my hand-to-hand is starting, which is 33, and once I was in the right position, I literally just set something heavy on my mouse and stared at it for like 20 minutes while it did its thing. And with that out of the way, it was back to summoning skeletons, which by itself is annoying, but having to do that on top of the hand-to-hand thing, this was starting to get a little exhausting. But we've already made it this far, and I don't like seeing only 2 5s, I want to see 3. So everything I just did, I'm going to go do again. Only this time I'm going to have a little bit more fun, like by pushing all these guys together and, you know, having myself a little punch party. Yeah. And then me and this dude went on a little adventure. Kuan, whatever his name is. We had a good time. A smashing good time, dare I say. Watch me do this quest eventually, and he's just gonna wake up all the way in like Kavach. Ooh, sorry, that doesn't exist anymore. But anywho, once I saw I hit my quota, I dipped out of there. Because our next objective is over here in Anvil, where we're gonna break into this nice lady's house, sneak on over here to her basement, and piss off all of her rats. No, I swear this is how you're supposed to do it. They don't do a lot of damage, and there's a couple of them, so you level your block really fast. No, she won't even realize we're here, I promise. Like, why does she even have these rats in her basement anyway? That's gotta be like some sort of health code violation. I get it's her house, but surely there's a regulation or some sort that means you can't do this. Like, what if they spread disease? That would be all your fault. Ugh. Okay, so we didn't get 5s all across, but we got pretty close. I didn't really take into account that the heavy armor would be leveling at the same time as my block, so we leveled a little prematurely. But that's okay, that's okay. We still got pretty close. 2 4s and a 3 is not bad. But yeah, after all that grinding, I'd say we're about ready to hit Memorial Cave one more time. Yeah, I bet you didn't see that coming. You know, my favorite thing about this cave is just how easy it is. It's just like, oh shit. Okay, I may have spoke too soon. This dude's kind of kicking my ass a little bit. Gonna just kite him around. It'd be really nice if an officer friendly would come and show up, but for now I guess I'm on my own. I'm just gonna try and like, oh my god, there he is. The Empire may kind of suck, but at least you can rely on them to save you from a random bandit or vampire occasionally. Sometimes. Thank you, officer friendly. Oh my goodness, everyone's so rude in this game. Like, why am I even trying to save any of you from the vampires? Money, that's why. Lots of money. Alright, and I think that about covers it. Just gonna make sure everything's sold, repaired, stored away. And I don't know if I mentioned it at any point, but I was kind of saving for a horse this episode. And I haven't taken the free armor from the DLC yet, so here we are. If you made it this far, consider subscribing and checking out the rest of the series. But regardless, thanks for watching. Deuces. Because our next suggestion. What the fuck?